I recently moved across the country to a major Canadian city and had decided to try online dating again since I was looking for something casual and human interaction and human interaction. The restrictions in my province were so bad that literally everything was shut down and I couldn't even go to the office to talk with coworkers. I downloaded Hinge and met this guy who seemed interesting, smart, into similar music, food, and was 100% my type. Bigger guy, wide shoulders, brunette. This is probably where my horny brain may have misled me. During our week-long conversation on Hinge, I hinted at meeting up in a very normal, casual way, but he never made a move. I let him know that I was deleting Hinge and gave him my number. Hey, I'm deleting Hinge, but here's my number, so text me if you want to make a plan to grab a drink. Our province had just lifted restrictions, so now places were open. But after about 4 to 5 days of texting back and forth, he still hadn't technically asked me out. So she says to read the screenshots here. So let's go to number one. She numbered them. Okay. I'll be her.
Like this thorough.
Oh, yeah. I'll be her. You be him. You ready?
Okay. All right. Which one is her?
She's the blue.
Okay.
It was so good. So I have a question for you.
So what's up? Is
he say he went for a little Spanglish?
Okay.
See what's up? Okay. Why haven't you asked me out yet? Winky face emoji.
I was going to yesterday, but you were with your friend.
Haha. I don't think we're on the same wavelength, so I'll say have a great night and good luck.
Just curious, what that wavelength is? Laughy, crying face.
I prefer to have a date and get to know someone versus texting for a while.
Okay, wait a minute. My number 2 is they're out of order.
Yeah. Number 2 is
okay.
there.
Okay, yeah. Same, but I didn't know there was a timer. Anyway, that's too bad. Would have loved to have gone out with you. Shame timing didn't work out.
I didn't get the impression you were interested in making it happen after I gave you my number to plan a date. Upside down face emoji. You were very much my type and seemed like a cool guy, but I get turned on by a plan.
There's another box of hers.
Well, he responds to he does a response one to I didn't. Go to number 3.
Okay. Yeah, texting isn't great for that.
Okay.
Well, thank you. You also seem pretty cool. Did bars and restos even open yet? So I guess she ignores
She's
him
done.
the next day. Yeah. Hey, so I was just thinking that I should say something. I get what you're saying about a plan. I guess I'm more spontaneous than a planner. If you're still down and free, I'd love to get a drink with you on Friday night. That's another one. Wait a minute. Hold up,
okay. And then she writes, hey, blank. Thanks for making a plan, winking face emoji. I'm actually busy Friday, but I'm free Saturday night if you want to meet around 6.
Okay, he doesn't respond to the next day. Hey, I went to bed early. Oh, next morning, yeah. Hey, I went to bed early yesterday. I actually have a tattoo appointment at 6 on Saturday.
And then she responds later that morning, okay, no problem. Hope it goes well.
It's just a small one. I'll probably be done by 8 or 9. Jesus, man.
Oh, no. This guy's cagey.
What it is, you know what it is? This is one of those guys that I'm guessing this is one of those guys that is so good looking that he doesn't have to have any game, that girls always talk to him. And now that he has to do it over distance, he doesn't know how to talk because okay, this is something I've learned. Women will give you what they want.
Yes.
And so, for example, when she was busy, when she told you no, I'm busy, she immediately told you when she would be free, which tells you that she's interested. And then you tell her, sorry, I'm busy. And then you don't pick up the hint.
She's very direct.
Yeah, that's a no to her. You have to, when someone says, okay, I'll put it like this. When you want to spend time with somebody, you make time. Right?
Absolutely. But
so, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, please.
So it's like all she's asking, because I've never had this before. Usually when you mess up that interaction, they done. This woman was literally giving you step-by-step instructions.
She is a listener of this podcast. She gave the make a plan to grab. She gave the advice I gave in the email before. Make a plan and I'm there. And this guy, I don't think he's as dumb as you're thinking he is. I think this is all calculated. I think this guy wants casual. I mean, I can tell it from his last text.
But so does she.
She wants a plan. She's been very direct.
Right.
She gave him retribution. She said, make a plan. Then he comes back. He goes, hey, I've been thinking about it. Hey, so I was just thinking I should say something. So now she's like, okay, maybe he learned his lesson. And then she writes, I'm busy on Friday, free Saturday if you want to meet around 6. And then he goes, I have a tattoo appointment on 6 on Saturday. And she goes, no problem. He can still make that plan. How about you propose Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday? He doesn't. Then he goes, it's just a small one. I'll be done by 8 to 9. So now he's looking for a casual late night plan in response to her very not casual 6 p.m. let's get to know each other plan.
Oh, okay. I didn't pick up on that.
This guy, the thing is, Brian, I live in a world where nobody's much smarter than me and nobody's much dumber than me. This guy isn't that dumb. She has been nothing but forthright, nothing but direct, and he is being cagey at every fucking turn.
Yeah, she must be real horny.
Well, she's into him. She even said, I'm into your look, but just give me a date that makes me feel good about meeting up with you. And he can't even do that. She writes, note that bars and restos didn't even open yet. Doesn't make sense since before that, we had been talking about how I went out for ramen with a colleague that weekend, which he mentions. After he replied about probably being done around 8 to 9, I just gave up and we haven't talked since, which I'm okay with. I'm trying to learn from this situation. I know I could have made a plan myself, but this isn't what I was looking for. I totally agree with her. That's okay. You don't have to make the plan. You wanted to feel good about giving him all the tools to build the house, and then he came over back with all the tools, and he was like, I don't know what to fucking do. Now you're unattractive. Good for you. I think she played it perfectly because she's not playing a game. He is. So I understand. She writes, do you think I could have worked with him a bit more to finalize timing? No. Did he make enough of a plan? No. It just seems didn't seem like he was interested. He's interested in something. He's not interested in what you were interested in. I didn't want to have to convince him to meet with me. Was mentioning the type thing weird? No, I don't think it was weird. I think that in that moment I was trying to remind him that I wasn't looking for anything serious, which is something we had kind of touched on before since he is moving after schooling is done. How could I have phrased this a bit better? What do you think? Brian, anything to add? I know I've gotten charged up about this, but I'm like...
No, man, because you know what?
I believe in her.
When you started reading the email, I was against her. And even when we started reading the text, I was against her.
Okay.
But towards the end, I mean, you convinced me. You're right. She did because I've been through similar situations where it's like, where sometimes you start texting with somebody and they're too demanding, or they're like, or it's like, oh, we've texted. When do I get to meet your family? Or, it's like they want too much from the thing. And I thought that's where this was going. But no, she was perfectly reasonable. She showed as strong an interest as one can expect without sounding desperate.
Totally.
And she gave him all the tools. She was basically like, here is a map to my vagina.
Totally.
And he is lost at sea. He's like,
he's holding the map upside down because he's hoping that the vagina will move to a more convenient place for him.
Right. Like, yeah.
How does this vagina work?
Yeah. And I think, maybe you could go all day back and forth about how you phrase things and how you worded things.
But
when you give somebody 19 clues, it doesn't matter if one of the words is misspelled in one of the clues. It's like you gave this guy everything. And some people are just shit people. There's nothing you could have done to solve this puzzle.
She brought the horse to water, and then the horse looked at her and said, can you put it in a cup and put it right to my mouth? It's like, no. Right. Fucking
and then
bend
put
your
it-
head down and start drinking.
Don't forget to like the video you just watched. I have many more. Subscribe to the channel right now.
Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, you fool.
There's even a bell you can click to. Now you've got your week set Monday through Friday. I'm here for you.